There we go. Hello everybody, Jacquie Edwards here again. Happy Friday. Really glad that the weekend is coming up. I've just gotten back from Lincoln, so for those of you that watched yesterday's live at lunchtime, I was on my way to Lincoln. I've just now returned back, so I just walked in the door just in time to do this live broadcast before I head off to look at the land again. So I think last week it was that I was talking about the land that we're considering purchasing for our alpaca farm and all the plans that we have around that. And so we're going back to look at it again today with the agent this time. So they only do viewings at certain times with the agent. So last time we had to just wander onto the land and wander around a bit ourselves. So this time we'll go and meet the agent and try to chat with them a little bit more about what's happening and if there's any kind of discounting or negotiation that we can do on the land. And also, so if there's any of you out there that are watching this that know anything about buying agricultural land, and you want to send me your kind of top 3 tips of what I should be looking for, that would be really helpful as well, because we've never done this before. So anyways, I've just got a couple of minutes, and today I wanted to talk about property gurus. So I see a lot of comments on Facebook and lots of the different Facebook forums of people, dissing the property gurus and training and education and mentoring and coaching. And I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's not for everyone, but I just wanted to give a little background about myself personally and why I do coaching and mentoring and training, because a lot of people say, well, if you know how to do it, so for rent-to-rents, for example, if you know how to do it, and you're making all this money from it, why don't you just keep doing that? Why are you spending the time, coaching and training? Why am I spending the time, spending a day out of my life going up to PIN meetings to speak there? So the one thing, so there's quite a few different comments. First of all, PIN meetings, I actually love going to them because I like to get away. So one of my big reasons why was because I like to travel. And while going to a PIN meeting in Lincoln might not seem like a super fun travel destination, I really enjoy it. I like getting away from home for a day. I go and spend the night in a hotel. I especially love it when they're in nice hotels with spas. So yesterday when I got there, I had a massage. I swam in the pool, I sat in the jacuzzi for a little while before going to the PIN meeting. And again, today I had just a nice time to relax and read my book before heading back home. And I probably would have stayed longer, except for we're going to see this piece of land today. So for me, getting away from home, even if it's just for a PIN meeting or going to a training day, it just gets me out and doing something different. So for me personally, I struggle doing the same thing all the time. One of my biggest tips for people is focus. So when you find your business that you want to do and you want to get it started and make a success, you really need to focus. But for me, focus is probably one of the biggest things I struggle with because I love to do 8 million different things at once. For any of you that know who Roger Hamilton is or have done his personality profiling called Wealth Dynamics, I'm a mechanic creator, so I swing a lot towards the creator with lots of dynamo energy, which means I've always got loads of ideas and loads of projects on and loads of different things I'm thinking of. If I do the same thing for too long, I get really bored and I get kind of depressed. So I love doing lots of different things. And again, that's why I'm moving to focusing more on kind of coaching, mentoring, training, writing lots of content, and helping other people. One of the reasons is purely selfish is because I'm kind of bored just doing property. So it was great. I love a rent-to-rent business because it's giving me the lifestyle that I have now, but I don't really find it fun to go out and negotiate for new properties with landlords. I don't find it fun to deal with tenants. I don't really find it interesting anymore. I did it for 2 years now. I built up a portfolio. It's giving us the income that we were looking for from it. So I'm comfortable. I'm happy with the income that we have. I don't need to push to get more properties. So I can switch my focus to do all the other different things. The alpaca farm, I do coaching, I do mentoring, training, and I'm also helping on my partner's side of the business. He does systems training and things. So I like to have lots of fun things to do. I also really enjoy helping other people to build their businesses. I find it very, very rewarding when other people can realize that you don't just have to have this business, or you don't just have to have your 9-to-5 kind of corporate job. You can do something different with your life. I think there's not enough education out there for people to tell them it's okay to be different. It's okay if, you know, school and education isn't your thing. It's okay if working in that 9 to 5 job isn't your thing. There are so many different opportunities out there, and they don't have to be, you know, in property or rent to rent. You know, I've got other businesses outside of property investing, and I absolutely love them. And there's so many, and actually the more I'm around people that are doing things differently, the more opportunities I realize are out there, that you don't have to just have your corporate 9 to 5 job. So I love being able to help people realize that and show them the different opportunities that are available. So for me, that's what I really love to do now. So that's why I don't spend more time building up my rent-to-rent business. It isn't because, you know, coaching and training and mentoring is going to make me rich. It is because I love doing something different. I love helping people. My rent-to-rent business runs perfectly fine in the background without loads and loads of my attention. And ringing, sorry, just hang that up for a second with my property manager. I'll chat to her in a second. But because I do have this rent-to-rent business really well, I do realize that, you know, it's a good thing to keep it going and to grow it and build it, but I don't want to be the one doing it. And that's where, you know, having a great team comes into play. And that's where even more with joint ventures comes into play, because I've got a great business. We've got money behind us now. We've got income coming in. We've got all the systems in place to manage more properties. I just don't want to be the one that's finding them. So we're actually looking and working with in partnership, and we're just putting some stuff in place to start working with other people that can help us grow our business on more of a joint venture. So instead of me doing everything, we'll have somebody else, and I can help them, show them that, you know, they're really keen on starting their own business, but they don't have kind of the money, the knowledge, the experience behind them that we have. I can show them what to do, how we do everything, and when they can go out and find properties, they can go source deals, and we can do them on a kind of a joint venture basis. So that's what we're doing in our rent-to-rent business now. So instead of me having to go out there and pound the pavements and do something that's out of my flow and that I don't enjoy, I can help other people that actually enjoy that type of thing and show them how to do it. So I don't know what it's like for every other property guru and trainer out there, but that's why I'm doing it. And I think the biggest thing to tell all of you is to find what you enjoy doing. A lot of people say that, you know, if you're going to start your own business, you should be doing it in something that you love, and you should work in your passion. That's a great idea, and, you know, it would be great if it worked out that way. Me personally, property isn't my passion, but it's allowed me to start to live what my real passion is, and my passion is to be able to do anything I want, anytime I want to do it. So I hope that's giving you just a little bit of insight on what kind of happens behind the scenes here, and just a little bit to think about on what do you want to do with your life, how does everything fit in there. So this is a quick one. I've got a couple messages coming in, and we're going to look at some land. So I'm going to pop off now. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday.